Donald J. Trump is back. With a victory over Democratic rival Kamala Harris, he is president-elect. After losing the 2020 election, he incited an insurrection to remain in the White House 4 years ago. During Trump's first term, he engaged in multifaceted negotiations with adversaries, initiated a trade war, and backed away from international agreements. This campaign season, Trump plans to change or undermine international agreements, including the NATO Security Alliance. An overview of Trump's isolationist first administration. Trump retracted from several international agreements during his first term, including the Iran deal. This eased US sanctions on Iran in exchange for curbing its nuclear program. It was criticized as one of the worst US transactions ever. In addition, Trump pulled the US out of the Paris Climate Agreement. Diplomatic casualties included the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, the Open Skies Treaty, and 2 international migration agreements. Also, Trump questioned NATO's necessity, arguing that other countries weren't spending enough on defense. As a sign of the US's limits on foreign military spending, he withdrew nearly 10,000 troops from Germany in 2020. Also, in February 2020, the US and Taliban signed a peace agreement. As of August 31st, 2021, the US ceased its presence in the country after 20 years. The question is, what will he do this time, and what will he promise? Bringing an end to the war between Russia and Ukraine, Trump has claimed he can resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict in 1 day, but Russia's ambassador said it cannot be resolved in a day. Leave it, Trump's press secretary, said he would negotiate a peace deal on day 1. Trump has criticized the Biden administration for providing money to Ukraine to fight the war. Trump said in a CNN town hall about Russia and Ukraine's presidents in 2023. First, I'll meet with Putin. I'll meet with Zelensky. They both have weaknesses, and they both have strengths. And within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It will be over. It will be absolutely over. Ban LGBTQ. Trump's campaign focused on rolling back Biden administration actions, protecting transgender students from discrimination in schools. Trump has promised to end Title IX protections on the first day of his administration without Congress's approval. A new executive order will cut federal funding for schools that promote critical race theory, transgender insanity, and inappropriate content. Any widespread rollback would require congressional action. Trump is likely to ban the LGBTQ community. I wonder if Elon Musk will be happy now. Immigration. Trump will deport 11 million undocumented immigrants on day 1. Catch and release will be ended. Remain in Mexico will be restored, and Title 42 will be reinstated. The president will ban sanctuary cities, hire 10,000 new border agents, and ensure federally funded benefits are used by Americans. He will also shut down CBP-1 and seize assets from criminal gangs and drug cartels. Additionally, he calls for the death penalty for migrants who kill Americans. A second round of Trump versus China. China has abused intellectual property, currency manipulation, export subsidies, and economic espionage, according to Trump. Electronics, steel, and pharmaceuticals will be freed from Chinese dependence. In a trade war with China, Trump imposed tariffs on goods worth hundreds of billions of dollars. His plan is to phase out China's imports of essential goods over a 4-year period. Also, Trump has condemned Beijing's industrial policy, introduced export controls on semiconductors, and backed reforms to review foreign acquisitions. A deal has also been negotiated with China to label fentanyl a controlled substance and ban its production. Israel, Gaza, and the Middle East. Trump's Middle East approach is characterized by strong support for Israel and Saudi Arabia, and confrontation with Iran. Israel has supported his, recognizing Jerusalem as the capital and the Golan Heights as Israeli territory. Under Trump's leadership, the Abraham Accords were implemented, and a new Middle East peace plan was released in 2020. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman enjoys close ties with him. approving billions of dollars in arms sales every year. As part of this relationship, Trump has threatened to reduce military aid if the kingdom does not limit oil production. Isolating Iran, which he calls the leading state sponsor of terrorism, led to his withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018. Also, he claims credit for defeating the Islamic State in Iraq and pushes for troop withdrawals. Let us now wait and see what Donald J. Trump will do.